Hey there. Let's talk about these 7 books that I'm hoping to read in the month of May. This list is only going to have the books that I plan on starting in May. There's tons of books that I started in the month of April. I don't know if I will finish them by the end of April, so there might be a few more books that you'll see in my May wrap up if they carry over. So a lot of these books are advanced reader copies that I have, but let's start off with the one audiobook that I do have. This is an advanced listener's copy of Too Close to Home by Seraphina Nova Glass. This is being published by Harlequin Audio. The only thing I knew about it is it said it was a mix between Desperate Housewives meets Finley Donovan. I really enjoy the Finley Donovan series. It's one of those series where I just have fun and just read and I'm laughing and I'm giggling, and I don't have a lot of those types of reads, so I wanted to insert more of those into my daily reading, and I think this is going to be perfect for it. It's supposed to revolve around the lives of these 3 women whose lives collide around this explosive murder that happens. It's supposed to be dark and funny and satirical, so I'm excited to get started on this one at some point in May. Okay, next on the list we have Boring Asian Female by Canwen. This is being published by Berkeley Publishing Group, and it actually comes out April 28th of 2026. So in this one we're following our main character Elizabeth, and she knows that she's pretty average in basically all aspects of her life except one, that she's really smart and that she's really ambitious, and she just really wants to get into Harvard, and she knows that this is going to happen until it doesn't. She doesn't get into Harvard. However, she notices that one of her classmates does, and in your typical fashion, she starts to stalk this girl to try to find out what makes her roommate exceptional when she wasn't. It sounds like it's going to be bizarre, and I'm here for it. Another book that I'm hoping to get to in the month of May is Liar's Dance. This is by Juliet Faithfull. This is also going to be published on the 28th by Penguin. Why did I say like that? Penguin Random House. This is going to be historical fiction set in Brazil, where we follow 2 identical sisters when one of them ends up getting this mysterious disease and then ends up going missing, and her identical sister wants to know what happened to her. That's all that I know about this book. This is my first book by this author. Is this a debut? I'm not sure if this is a debut. Let's look it up. Spanish British American writer who grew up in Brazil. Yeah, this is a debut novel. I'm excited to get to it. It sounds intriguing. This is probably my most anticipated read in May. This is Molka by Monika Kim. I ended up reading her debut novel, The Eyes Are the Best Part, last year. Chef's Kiss. I love that book, so I'm very excited for this one. The topic of this book is infuriating. So Molka is supposed to be an abbreviation of something called Molre Camera, which is like a sneaky camera that is placed in spaces that you expect to be safe from cameras, like the bathroom. So in this one we follow 2 separate characters. The first, I believe, is the IT person who installed one of these cameras and is able to see everything that happens in the particular bathroom where he installed this camera. And then we also follow Dai, whose life starts to fall apart after a scandal breaks out around the use of these types of cameras. Okay, next we have Burn the Sea by Mona Tewari. This is book 1 to a planned duology. This is being published by Bindery Books and it's already out. The cover of this is stunning. It's such a beautiful cover. I know very little about this other than it's historical fantasy, and it's supposed to be a reclamation or a retelling of the Portuguese attacks on South India during the 1500s. That's all that I know. I'm very excited to dive into this one. Okay, we're heading into the final 2. This one is The Subtle Art of Folding Space by John Chu. This is also going to be my first foray into the works by this author. This is supposed to be quantum mechanics meets toxic family drama, so it's like a literary sci-fi novel. The synopsis says, Ellie's universe is falling apart. Her ailing mother is in a coma. Her sister Chris accuses her of being insufficiently Chinese between assassination attempts, and a shadowy cabal of engineers is trying to hijack the skunk works, the machinery that keeps the physics of each universe working the way it's supposed to. I'm already intrigued. This sounds like it's going to be fascinating. Final book on this list is The Caretaker by Marcus Kliewer. This author came out with a book last year that was really popular and I never read it, so I want to read it. So I want to read his sophomore novel. This is going to be published, or was already published, by Altria Books. And in this one we're following a woman named Macy who has been unemployed for a while, and after so many failed interviews, she comes across this flyer that says that they need a caretaker urgently and that it's only going to be for 3 days. She has a really bad feeling about this, but she's like, hey, I need the money, so let me go be a caretaker in this very isolated house by the Oregon coast, and I'm sure everything's gonna be okay. I can't wait to get to this one. That is my May TBR, the books that I'm hoping to get to. What are you reading in the month of May? Let me know.